The German bishops are headed towards a formal schism with the Catholic Church. I mean, they've basically been in schism for quite a while. They've promoted a lot of things that are anti-Catholic. However, this is formalized, and I have a few articles to back up that claim. On May 10th, the Germans will be performing an LMNOP blessing at 7 p.m. German time. That's just a few weeks away as of the recording of this video, and the article says already some 2,500 parish priests, deacons, and pastoral workers have joined the initiative. And I wonder how many of those 2,500 are parish priests versus pastoral workers. If there's one parish priest and 2,499 pastoral workers, then this is kind of a fake statement. But I would imagine there's a lot of priests involved in this, and I'll read a quote from the article. In the meantime, the Bishop of Essen, Monsignor Franz Joseph Overbeck, has already made it known that he and other bishops do not intend to impose any sanctions on the priests who, on this occasion, will impart blessings to the various couples present. Because for them, the dialogue with Rome goes like this: either you write what we want, or we go our own way. And that means schism, because this bishop is not going to impose any penalties on the priests who give the blessings to LMNOP couples. Now, if a random layperson like myself or a pastoral worker tries to give a blessing to someone, that's a joke, and they can't do that. So I think that's kind of funny. I would like to see how many of them try to actually do that. However, this is a really significant event, and shortly following that, just 5 days later on May 15th, there's another article that says the Germans will allow Protestants to receive communion. The quote is, anyone who is Protestant and attends communion can receive communion. This is from Bishop Georg Batzing. According to the German bishop's news site, Bishop Batzing went on to say the practice has been maintained up and down the country and is actually nothing new. Perhaps what is new is that it is being discussed. He continued, adding that he does not expect an objection from Rome. Well, I don't know, do you expect an objection from Rome? Because this is definitely on the level of schism. This, giving communion to Protestants and blessing LMNOP couples, two things that the church completely opposes, the church has always opposed, and it's definitely reminiscent of a German event that happened around 500 years ago. And by saying that, I also want to say this is possibly the most significant event in the church to happen in our lifetimes. Now, I know some of you would say like Benedict resignation, the Pachamama worship, or some of you were even alive during the Second Vatican Council and the implementation of the Novus Ordo, but this could be one of the most significant Catholic Church events in our lifetimes because an entire group, the Bishops' Conference of Germany, could be excommunicated. Now, will they be? I don't know. How will Pope Francis react? Will he support the German bishops? Will he excommunicate them, or will he do nothing? And if he does nothing, then he will join them in schism. And that's why I'm saying this is so significant, because the Pope Francis just stands there and does nothing. He acknowledges they're doing the right thing. For all intents and purposes, the liberals have already created their own false church, and this is just the end process of formalizing it. How many bishops around the world disagree with the church on LMNOP blessings? I know a lot were upset about it in the United States. I can name a few just off the top of my head. Wester, Tobin, Supich, McElroy, Stowe, the list goes on. And this is why this event cannot be de-emphasized. Once it happens in Germany, it will happen in the United States and everywhere else as well. Where is the Sola Obediencia crowd, the JP2 Novus Ordo conservatives? Where are they at on this issue? This is going to be an interesting turning point for them. A lot of them will wake up, hopefully. I mean, this could be the turning point for most people to say, okay, this is ridiculous what's going on in the church. They've been making excuses for Pope Francis. They say, oh, well, he said that because there was a translation error or someone misquoted him. It's the corrupt media. And the media is corrupt, but Pope Francis could always issue a clarification if there's confusion, which he knows there is confusion, but he never clarifies anything. So how will these people react? The Francis defenders. Catholic Answers, I believe, is one of the big defenders of Pope Francis and everything he does, and so this will be very difficult for them to defend Pope Francis if he chooses to defy what's in the Bible and what was in 2,000 years of church teaching. The liberals have been happy with the direction that Francis has gone, but the Germans got impatient, and now this sets up the great liberal showdown of 2021. Who do you have your money on?